I'm Pim Teshamonwaiwit. I'm the chef of Nam at the Como Metropolitan in Bangkok and also the chef owner of Gin Khao in San Francisco. Let's see, how did I get to Nam? I was approached at some point in the summer of 2017. Christina Ong, who's the owner of the Como, I was, very flattered that she thought of me, and I said no. Running a restaurant it's a big thing, and Nam is all the way over in Bangkok. So every time I talk to her, I was like, oh, it could be really fun. It could be such a great opportunity to get to cook it in Bangkok and to come home, really, because I was born and raised here. And then I think about it a little bit more, and I was like, oh, it's in Bangkok. I live in San Francisco. So it sort of went back and forth for a while until she said I should just come over to just take a look. So that's the organic section of the market. That's usually where I go first. สวัสดีค่ะ สวัสดีค่ะ กล้วยดิบไปทำแกงค่ะ เอาแบบผิวเลยเนาะ This is our cool bag. You need that for Thai market. The leaves are called bai liang. Comes up from the south. มาจากจังหวัดไหนนะคะที่นี่ไปเรียนแล้วค่ะ Chumphon. So these are from Chumphon, which is the southern part of Thailand. It's really long like that. Chumphon is about halfway down. And the leaves are really delicious. It's not too bitter. There's slight acridity to it, but not very bitter. It's great with just like toss in an omelette with a little garlic and fish sauce, obviously. So this is called Gloy Nam Wa. It's super, super nutritious. And it has a little bit of slimy texture. You kind of have to like it. And that one is Gloy Hak Mok. This is a different one completely. This we actually grill over charcoal. Nice. It makes really, really sweet. That one is a little bit like plantain. It's not great to eat alone. What really is so inspiring to me about cooking in Bangkok is definitely the ingredients that you can get here. As I said, the things that I struggle to find in the US, they're all over the place. In the US, we call these Persian cucumbers. That's good. It's not just, finding one good fish sauce, but you sort of, go out in search of a lot of artisans who are making fish sauces, and you find something, one that's made with saltwater fish, pla sai pan, and another one that's made with freshwater fish from pla soy, and the one that we saw at the market today, which is not made with fish at all, but it's kind of a byproduct from the making of shrimp paste. So it's made with little krill and shrimp. It's not even a fish sauce. It's made from little baby krill shrimp. They have different flavors. They say different things, really, and when you sort of use it in a dish, it tells a different story about a flavor. It's great that you find a good coconut sugar or palm sugar, and you talk to the farmer or the seller at the market, and he's like, yeah, if you want to buy more of this, you have to give me a few days ahead because I need to call my grandmother in the south because she makes them. And it's great because I think it's also kind of our responsibility to support these artisans who are doing things the old way. And if you make it commercially viable for them to do this and, to have a good business and to be able to make a good living, you can, they'll stay around in this profession and they keep making these delicious things that you can use in your cuisine. About a year after I opened Gin Khao, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. And it was a big shock, right? I mean, I've always been pretty healthy. I take good care of myself. I exercise, I do yoga, I eat good food, I don't eat junk stuff. But, oh, I have cancer. And Gin Khao is my first restaurant. It really is my first job in the restaurant business. So getting diagnosed a year after I opened Gin Khao was, it was interesting because I felt like I kind of had to do everything. I had to be there. And then all of a sudden, you have cancer. You kind of have to walk away and take care of yourself because it's a long process to get well again. So it taught me a lot. It taught me a lot about teamwork especially. It taught me to rely on other people, which was kind of a tough thing to learn, you know. I feel like I'm independent, I can do things. I didn't have to rely on anyone. And all of a sudden you have to just walk away, right? Sorry, can't come in today. I've got to go do stuff now. So it really taught me a lot about building a very strong team and making sure that people will step up for each other. You know, you spend so much time together, and it's a high pressure environment, and you know, when you face a lot of that together, you definitely feel like you're a family. I mean, you should definitely, take an inspiration from the food that you eat, right? What the ingredients are, look at, who made those ingredients, who grew those ingredients, and where the dish is coming from, and learn a little bit more about it, and maybe it'll inspire you to try to replicate it, and then you can keep on teaching it to other people. That's keeping the chain going. Come visit us in Bangkok or in San Francisco. Make a reservation though.
赤桶因为位在于浊水溪的南岸，我们紧邻着浊水溪，所以也孕育了我们赤桶很多的农作物哈，包括比较特色的有日据时代献给日本天皇的鲜纳米。那第二个当然是气候，我们的气候常年是在20到28这个中间。那对于很多的植物，其实20度它是最适合生长的。那早晚又有一点的温差，所以它让很多的蔬果吃起来是比其他的地方会更爽口的。最重要的是，目前我们在推行的就是我们的乌龙椒，就是我们的香蕉。目前赤桶大概整个种植面积大概有100公顷。那我们赤桶乡农会，我们自己跳下来，自己带着农民一起来做。尤其在现在，我们又有年轻的青农回乡来了。那我们透过我们农会，我们其实每个月我们都会有课程。我想思维改变，行动才会改变，
相对的提高。
哦，那所以如果像现在政府在办那个香蕉收入保险，你们会有兴趣吗？
这部分我们是有在考虑当中。我第2年是种了2甲
，2甲，
对，
然后一直到现在第4年种了5甲，
是，
因为我看到你们的香蕉田跟别人不一样，你看每一颗香蕉都几乎一样大小，
对，
胖瘦高矮都差不多，这个比生小孩还厉害。
我今年38岁，对，那从事香蕉种植，今年是我第4年。缘起是应该我先生啦，因为他从小他们家就是务农，很典型的农家子弟。之所以会接触到香蕉这个产业，其实是因为我的林田边有一个蕉农，他是职业蕉农，但是因为他看我跟我先生长期都背着农药。对，就是背着农药这样在喷洒，他觉得说，为什么你们年轻人要这么的辛苦？我觉得成就感是让我感到从事香蕉生产这部分是感到最开心的一件事情，因为你从无到有，其实 其实我觉得我自己也很幸运，因为我打从一开始，我的身边有很多就是已经累积20年经验的蕉农，对，他在旁边一直不断的指导我，不管是在管理上面或技术上面，对。
哦，这写落去迄手轮8百，
嘿，
但是过一礼拜就只要接近800，咱就爱挂。
好啊，好。所以看巴肚嘛，做侪美感的呢。
当然就爱看好势啊！你这金蕉吼，应该是拢差不多100度啦碰起来，
嘿，
咱就是只要接近啊。所以这个价格咱爱甲金蕉种好水。
嘿，
像咱这个金蕉接近35公斤，
嘿，
你若讲20块来讲，咱来种起来总嘛有6、7、8个，佫还好。
重要是品质啦，对啊，你品质够好势，伊主人伊就是会回馈予你，有就有机会啦。但是你管理无好势，就是无迄个机会，你放弃嘛是无迄个机会。
重点是管理啊，你著甲这金蕉先管理好，安尼吼不管你技术是免哪行。
我觉得我种出来的香蕉在台湾，每个人都吃得到我种的香蕉。那甚至现在远在日本的日本人也都可以吃得到我的香蕉，所以我觉得那个是带给我一个很大的成就感之一。我觉得价钱对蕉农来讲是一个我觉得是比较艰困的问题，因为我们没办法去决定说价格的高低。我们能做的只是说把我们自己的产品管理得好。毕竟香蕉这个产业，老实说，它是长期作物，它真的是从你蕉苗小小的蕉苗种到你可以采收完成，送到分装厂去，整整要1年的时间。那1年的时间，你投入下来的心力跟劳力，其实那个都远大于说你最后的收购价钱。对，所以有时候你会觉得你种1整年这么辛苦的东西，结果到最后因为产量过剩或是其他原因导致价格崩盘。说实在，那个心里真的是会很难受。我最惨是那5、6块的时候，真的是连成本都不符合。可是你是农民，你站在农民角度，你还是要割啊。你已经好了，香蕉好了，就是不能等。其实政府现在已经在帮忙很多了，因为光外销这一块，我就觉得它其实帮助了不少。那我们更希望它能够再拓展一些其他的外销市场，不单单可能只有日本，可能其他国家，希望它也可以帮我们开发出来这样子。
So today we're making gang liang, which is a savory soup. You can add to it almost any kinds of vegetables. Today, we're making it with pumpkin. You can use any kind of squash or pumpkin really, as long as they have a good savory quality to it and not too sweet. And what you do is steam it first. If it's the kind of squash that the skin is edible, you can steam it whole and then cut it in bite-sized pieces. To this, I'd like to add some mushrooms, some young baby corn, and some green vegetables, and finish with lemon basil. Here's the dried shrimp. We dry and smoke it here on coconut ash, and then we pound it into a paste with a little bit of shallot and shrimp paste. This is pak wan, baby corn, and very important is bai meng lak, which is lemon basil. So you can see that these pumpkins are steamed until they're almost cooked through, but not quite. We're going to finish cooking it in the soup. The peel is edible, so you kind of want to cut it so that you keep the peel with every piece. Some mushrooms. You can cut it in any shape, really, but when you serve Thai food, we don't give people knives. So when you cut things, we like to cut them in bite sizes. And if you want protein in this soup, you could put shrimp or chicken or anything, but today I think we're just going to make it all vegetarian. So let's make a soup. chicken broth. It's a little bit murky like this, but that's how it's supposed to be. It's really savory and delicious. The paste itself is quite good. The pumpkin was partially boiled, so now I'm just going to finish it in the soup so that the flavor of the broth goes into the pumpkin. I have to be careful with fish sauce because the paste has quite a bit of shrimp paste in it. So don't add too much because it's going to be salty. It's done. And that's finished. That's the soup. Lemon basil. So the next one we're going to make is a curry. You can make this curry with curry paste that you can buy at the store. Green banana in there is really delicious. It adds a touch of sweetness, but not too sweet because raw banana doesn't have that much sugar, and it goes really well with the texture of the beef. You can use any kind of bananas really. This particular one in Thailand, it's called Gloi Nam Wa. We're making it with 2 curry paste, a green curry paste made with green chilies, and a red curry paste made with dried red chili. So here's the ingredients for chili paste. Some mace, some star anise, some spices, galangal, shrimp paste. The red one is made with dried red chilies, and the green one is made with green chilies. Also, the peel from makrut lime. Before we can cook with this green bananas or raw bananas, we have to hard cook it. So you basically just boil it in regular water, just boiling water, until the skin begins to break. You want to get rid of some acridity from the green bananas. The beef cut that we use for this curry is called Scotch roll. You have to cook it at a low temperature for quite a long time before it's tender, and then this will be cooked with the curry after it's already done. And we just basically poach this in coconut milk. And also I'm going to add to the curry some young peppers and some yellow bell peppers for some color. That's pretty. You can see it's some really nice connective tissue there that's been poached very, very gently in coconut milk, so the meat is nice and tender. I think this is good. That's enough. So this is the banana. Now you can peel it. When it's raw and green like that, you can't really peel it. So okay, so curries. We're gonna start making our curry. This is coconut cream and coconut milk and some chicken broth. That's what we're going to cook our curries with. This curry is made with a mix of green curry paste, which you can buy, and a little red curry paste for color, and an added flavor. Of course, if you don't want it so spicy, you can use a little bit red curry paste. Just don't tell me about it. This is called how blooming the curry paste. You want to cook the curry paste in coconut milk or coconut cream to let all the aromatics come out of the paste first. And you know that it's ready when the oil begins to break from the coconut milk. We add our beef. Toss the beef just to get the flavor into the meat. Again, give it a minute to make friends. A little smidgen of coconut sugar, just a little, just to round things out. Fish sauce. Don't add too much, you can always add later. And now the bananas. Now add a little bit coconut milk. And if it gets too thick, you can add a little chicken broth or just water. Now you can taste. It's good. And be careful when you stir this because you don't want to mash your banana. You know that the curry is correct when there's a layer of oil broken out of it. Which is really funny. I tried to tell this to French trained cooks, and it's just painful for them to break the sauce. It's like just physically difficult. I was like, no, cook it more. You want to break the sauce. And it just seems like such a difficult thing for French trained cooks to do. But Thai cooks always want to break the sauce. Some of our peppers. The peppers doesn't need to cook very much, so I'm adding it when I think it's ready already. And then to finish, we're giving it a squeeze of makrut lime. A little bit lime leaf, and that's it. We're finished. Then you want to finish with a handful of Thai basil. Stir it in at the last minute because you don't want it to turn gray on us. I hope you had fun watching this, and I hope you try this at home.